Yo, guys. I only have two things to say before we start. One, Juzo is life. If you disagree, you can get the fuck out now. I don't even give a fuck. Two, at sorely and heavily ever taking the shade away from Tengan, because I was just like he was an OG old man, and he died. Difference, but no, what I should have been like, he's still a shady bastard. I fucking You know what? It's all good. I'm here with Sloan and Koo.
Yeah.
That got serious for a
Yeah.
I'm salty, man, because it's annoying to like give people when you're already wary of somebody and they're like, no, you know what? I'm gonna believe in you, and then they go down the route that you initially perceived them to go down. It's annoying, man.
It's literally believing in someone just to be betrayed by them.
And then, fucking Tengan.
Man.
Whoa.
But yeah, Sloan, Koo, you want to say any opening words?
All right. Well, I am now on the Juzo X Munakata hype train. There, I'm on that.
Juzosuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, OTP.
Oh yeah. Contender for OTP 2016.
Fucking played the ending as Munakata ran to him. That was nice.
Damn.
Yeah,
That ended pretty badly.
just seeing my boy, like him dying like that with his hand on the lever,
Yeah.
effectively shutting everything down. I want new memes, guys. I want to see local man saves everything. That's what I want to see. And yeah, Volwin's in here.
Yo,
What's up,
Rowan.
Hey. So,
What's
the
up?
episode.
I heard you didn't like it.
I like it. I
Okay.
mean, a little. I just feel everything is going so slow. And the cliffhangers. The picture is one more episode.
Yeah.
Uh,
I didn't need another cliffhanger for sure. That message
God.
thing.
because there's so many questions. Especially with that last message at the end. Because it could be somebody else using the phone, you know?
For sure.
Because I having a hard time believing that it's really Tengan doing all of this, because since day one he was the most suspicious. But because it was so cliche that the sneaky old guy was the evil person, that I just ignore him, to be honest.
But that's exactly why I found him shady to begin with, man. Because it's that smug old guy. You know what it was? You guys remember when he first appeared and he was being all badass and he gave us that smug grin? That I took it to be like, yo, that's my evil smile. But now I want another one.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll probably get one more in Zetsubou-hen. I'm thinking that maybe, like, if he did turn to despair at some point, I'm thinking it would be after the reserve corps students who killed himself, because he seemed to genuinely actually care about Hajime Hinata. I think he was never talented. He understood them.
Oh.
Well, let's talk about the crackpot theories first and foremost. So what if Tengan was the original Izuru?
I've been hearing that too.
1.0.
The dude is old.
I mean, you can assume that he potentially attended Hosei.
Wait.
Although we got to do math on that because 78th class.
Yeah, the 78
Classes
plus, so yeah,
within-
he'd have to be
within-
nearly 100.
Yeah. So I don't think it would work out. That means Host Peak was in operation for like what, 30 years or something like that, give or take.
Hope Peak is pretty old.
Hope's Peak has been around for 77 years.
Yeah, because remember Izuru, the statue of the old guy?
Yep.
So
It can't be. Well, okay, yeah. Actually, never mind. I don't know why I thought of it
Yeah,
that way.
because
Yeah, you're
remember,
right.
each year class they have
Yeah.
A and B and C as they need. So yeah, it's been around for 77 years.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
could have easily been there in his youth.
I mean, god damn, he'd have to be like 85, 90 if he was there in his
No,
youth.
I don't mean he's the like the chairman. I mean like he was the original proponent of that project the first time they did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's why I got confused when you were talking about the statue. It was like,
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant the original in terms of like the first project, because it's been implied that there was one before that.
Yeah, they said that Hajime Hinata was the second trial, so there was definitely a first trial.
Yeah.
Could that potentially be what he was talking about too? In terms of that,
Him
you know,
saying
that
that project.
there's
too.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm throwing that out there as the crackpot theory because very well doesn't seem likely to me.
What about okay? So now that we're talking about those kind of things, do you hear about the one about Chiaki?
No, what?
No.
The one about Chiaki being another Izuru or something in future.
What?
She being the second project that Tengan did or some shit.
Bullshit.
To the point where people are thinking that Chiaki's real body was used to upload the Junko AI or some crap.
That's crazy.
I don't believe that for a
I don't
second.
know, that it's going everywhere. Some people are thinking that how everything going to end with Chiaki dying at her time. Chiaki dying at her time. It's too horrible even for Kodaka.
If Kodaka does something like that to me, I'm just gonna be angry at that point.
Not only that, but there's also the one about Kigiri also having the Junko AI inside her some trap.
Do you guys still think that's still a possibility?
No.
It's still possible. I just don't believe it personally.
Because
I know Jesse does.
some people were linking some stuff that Junko said in the second game about how detectives are the real murderers or something.
Yeah.
And you think Fedora guy said about that too. So some people are also thinking that.
I do remember Kazakura saying that though.
So
yeah,
there's a lot of crazy stuff.
I mean, the original person to say that was Jin Kirigiri, though. That's why Kizakura brought it up. I'm not sure how Junko heard it, but that's why Kizakura brought it up and nothing else. To mess with Junko, not to mess with Kirigiri.
They could easily flesh that out more in retcon things that have been put into place as far as Junko.
They retcon some stuff at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
With the whole rescue team being outside the school, especially since Toko in Ultra Disperga says that they were actually surviving outside for a long while. So I don't know what the hell happened there, Kodaka.
Oh, well, yeah, Munakata did say, has the rescue team gotten there yet? So it sounds like they sent a team after them.
Yeah, but the girl replies saying, yeah, they're there now.
Oh.
Yeah, like literally, if they were monitoring them as soon as the doors opened, like it couldn't have been long.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a retcon there too. I mean, I like it better. What did they do? Like survive off of Hagakure's fish? Like no.
Yeah, well, they were, because if I remember correctly, it was Nagi's hope that kept them going outside or some trap. So
it's also bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, what did you guys think about seeing the 78th class, if not just a part of Nagi's hallucination?
Oh, God. I saw my waifu. It was done. All right, saw Celestia Lunenberg once more. Oh, it was beautiful. Sure, I saw her burning once again, but you know what? I saw her rise as well.
That
so
was
it's
what was
fine.
so crazy about it to me, to have them like all in the states that they were in during their executions.
Yeah, Leon was the worst, man.
Fuck Leon, and I hate Leon so much. I really enjoyed seeing that. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the Future did what Disper never did. They show off the 78 class, you know? Something that the Disper side had not done yet.
Despair only gave us Naegi and the Despair sisters.
Dude, what if they don't even do... What if they do that for the special episode of Zetsubou? Like, what if they do the year that the 70th class was locked in there?
I mean, it could be, because they've always said that Zetsubou-hen ends with the classroom being locked up. So it could be the next episode focuses on, like, Jin, Kirigiri, and Tengan as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good way to show how he became full of despair. But yeah, it should be focusing on, like, Kirigiri locking everything up and shit.
I'm thinking that the last episode, the special team, is going to be like the true ending to everything. They fuse the two sides into one episode, like some kind of hope episode, because I just cannot see future ending next week.
Especially with the Hajime setup, man. Like,
Yeah.
they even show us any of that.
So
I'm mad. God, they hyped that up so much.
Dude, I mean, on the one hand, I'm glad that scene outside didn't show me Hagakure, because I would have been pissed.
Oh, yeah.
On the other hand, I was expecting something. Like, even just like Byakuya being confirmed alive, I was expecting something.
they're trying to get him out of the rubble. I'm hoping that somehow Toko shows up and she's the one that dig him out or something, as genocider going crazy on the rubble.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Get like all of them show up. Everyone who's been related to Danganronpa 3 shows up at Jabberwock.
Yeah.
So I'm confused why this episode was so polarizing to a bunch of people. Maybe they needed the subs after all.
Yeah.
I honestly don't get it, because I really like this episode.
Yeah,
I feel like it
exactly.
just has to be disgruntled individuals who are like, my theories are wrong. That's all I can think of.
I guess some people just want stuff to move faster, I guess. Like,
Well, that's how I felt about last week's episode, though. Like, this was fine for me.
I could be people have been seeing so many theories that they were not surprised by the whole monitor thing anymore.
I mean, we kind of all, in two different effects, said that, as far as Monokuma being an animation, Ryota being behind that. I mean, it's just different than I imagined it, because I imagined when he was checking the phone, he was controlling that, but really, he was secretly receiving messages from Tengan's phone. It's fucking.
I don't think he was, because we never actually see him open the phone.
I think the first message was that one he got at the ending.
That's the first time you think he contacted him?
I think
so, because
I
he's
guess
with
it could-
like Kirigiri the whole time. Surely
yes.
she would have asked him why he was getting text messages and why, if he could get a signal, why the hell wasn't he calling out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, what do you think that is behind that message then?
Junko.
Because
You think Junko's still alive?
Yeah, Junko. Junko. Oh god, I hope not, but he's the only person that's looking most likely to be him. But who else would message him? Like, to be annoying, with the whole ending with him running away from her. It would be the ultimate irony,
yeah.
Yo, son.
I mean, what's
What
up?
was your theory for how Komaeda knew everything when he came back?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my theory about Komada knowing everything? It was a combination of his luck and then being in league with Jin and Kizakura.
Jin and Kizakura.
Why?
Who's their best friend? Who's the other one who's in their council?
Oh, so you think that Komada is still gonna make his appearance then? And that's the one you guys take home. Dude, I'd be hype on that. I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be pretty epic.
Can he even move anymore? I mean, that guy body must be like.
I think as long as he wants to be alive, his luck is going to keep him all right. I mean, he was still fine to on the boat get to the Jabberwock Island. So
Yeah.
They better all bust up in there next week, I swear.
Dude, if Komada is behind it, that's probably why Megumi was doing the subversion. Megumi was like, I can't let them know that I'm behind all of this. No, I'm playing. I'm still salty, Megumi, that you lied to me about Juzo. I'm real salty.
Well, she's really did not lie. I mean, that plot line did end up with him dying.
Yeah, she said she worded it like he was already dead. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, she cannot. I guess.
You have a point.
she actively confirmed that he was dead. That's the thing. And she didn't actively confirm that Kyoko was dead. That's why it was so sketchy. It was like, oh, so Juzo's really dead. Kirigiri might be alive.
Mm-hmm.
She shifted the focus, which was just painful.
Kyoko better wake up next week. If she does not wake up, then God.
I think she's dead.
Yeah,
Kyoko's dead.
I know it's not looking good. I know it's not looking good.
Juzo stole her place.
The problem is, unless it is in fact, that whole Junko taking over her body thing. The problem is that if Kyoko were to wake up, there's nothing to stop the rest of the people that died from their NG codes from waking up either. And I don't like that idea at all. I really don't. Just Kyoko is the only one.
How bad would it be if
Everyone
like
needs to wake up in order for Kyoko to wake up. Fine.
how bad would it be if Kizakura woke up like half dead from the fall?
Oh god.
Oh my god. Dude, he fell down that pit though.
That's what I'm saying. What if he woke up like he wasn't quite dead from that fall? And then
I was just
the NG code gets cured and he wakes up and it's like just excruciating pain for him from that fall.
I mean, I was just thinking about Rurika's death, man, because when they showed that bit of it, it didn't really show her killing herself.
She hated herself a lot, it seems.
But she did. But if she did all of that to herself,
Well,
what does that say?
well, now
I
you
mean,
talk
a lot of people theorized the reason why she was surrounded by so much candy is because she was doing something actively to try and stop herself kill herself. So she was like eating lots of her candy to try and keep herself happy and stabbing herself in the leg to try and snap her out of it, apparently.
So
Like
twisted.
also?
I wish they would have showed that.
Yeah.
Like the only one that like
Oh
really
yeah, because
hurt me
Guzu
was like
straight up like stabbed himself in both of the eyes as well.
Yeah.
Even Seiko was smashing herself against the
yeah,
wall.
like Seiko's really bothered me because seeing her like smash her head into the wall over and over again was brutal.
Yeah,
And that leads back to the Chisa shade. Let's talk about that and how we reconcile that.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Because I mean, nobody can deny that smile when she was embracing Munakata at the
Yeah,
beginning.
she was a despair for
Yeah.
sure. She was a despair for sure.
So you've given up on it, Ku, right? You no
Yeah.
longer
She
believe
was,
she was healed.
despair like right the way to the fucking end. It sucked.
hmm But maybe they were. That's the thing that I want to hold on to bring like a little bit of happiness to it. Is that maybe after Chiaki's death, even though she couldn't subvert the influence of Junko and despair, she still had that little piece of herself that was like, I can't forgive myself for this. I need to have penance for this, and I need to do whatever it takes to save them.
Maybe Tengan knew.
I'm sure Tengan knew. Tengan knew everything.
Yeah.
Well, then
yeah.
maybe he was. I'm thinking that both of them has something to do with the game.
Yeah. Like that.
What has to do with the game?
With the game, the whole killing game. Chisa and Tengan has something to do with it. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Like what I was saying during the reaction, like I definitely think that to be the case, Ku. Like just your remnants of hope theory, but not for hope in any sense. Those same individuals.
More for
I,
this
really,
person.
I don't see any shade on Ryota though. He honestly seems like
No. But that's not what I'm saying. There's not that there was shade on Ryota. It's that he was forced into it. That's what I said during the reaction too. I never
Ryota
said he
was a
was full
puppet.
despair. I said he was warped and he's being manipulated.
So you
Yeah.
think
So
like Seiko
Tengan, same. No, well, I think Seiko just I think they just utilized her drdrugs.
I think that's a better bit of proof that Tengan was Izuru, whether he was 1.0 or 3.0.
Why?
Because if he managed to learn what Ryota can do, but he still wouldn't be able to put that into effect properly unless he still had the ultimate animator talent. Plus the poison thing, maybe he didn't need Seiko because he also had the ultimate pharmacist talent. He just had to stay one step ahead of her, see what her potion could do, and then make sure his poison went against that.
That could be it. But I still think, yeah, that would work. That's a good
He had
idea.
the ultimate analyst talent. Maybe that's why he went through this whole thing of making sure Munakata would go insane by killing Chisa and then
But why?
telling him about the attackers.
Yeah.
The question is why.
Maybe your question is, do you believe that he was turned to despair in a scene that we have yet to see, or that he was already despair-filled from the jump?
Or
No, I
maybe-
think we're gonna see him turn.
I think he was already despair-filled from the jump. And I think that the dialogue with Hajime was pushing him towards that. For what reason is the question for me.
maybe
So he can have successor, I guess. I don't
yeah.
know.
Another
I
crazy thing would be if it turns out that he has something to do with Junko too, like some kind of crazy retcon where he actually helped create Junko or something.
Junko's grandfather.
Maybe I don't know. He's so old. You never know. Maybe he was the first despair, the true one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I don't think for me, if Tengan masterminded this whole thing and knowing his position back in the timeline of Zetsubou, it doesn't make sense that Junko would be the one to corrupt this man. So already affiliated with Despair to some extent, and he just played off of this.
Maybe he's the one who's a bit different from everyone else. Maybe he has got the same kind of thought process as Munakata, going back to straight back when he said, a hope that's too strong can sometimes lead to despair. Maybe he wants to cure the Future Foundation, even if he has to kill every single one of them.
Yeah.
Is dead in all of this, and the message that they're going to find is basically going to say, congratulations, you guys survived. You guys are the new Future Foundation, nobody else deserved to, kind of thing.
Dude, okay, wait, I just thought of something. So you remember how he left the dying message of, I believe in the ultimate hope, right?
He said, I entrust the world's hope to you.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Even still, it still works with what I was just thinking. But what if, since I personally believe he forced Hajime into his role as Izuru, what if that's who he was speaking to, and that's how they reconcile it when he comes back into it? Everything he's worked towards is to play off of what Hajime / Izuru's next move is going to be.
Okay, yeah. Especially if he has like the Izuru thing as well, and he's like testing his ultimate analyst abilities against Izuru Kamakura's.
Exactly.
Except
Junko is just a wild card.
Hajime.
Yeah, I don't know what to call him at this point, honestly.
I mean, he's
So we
chosen
see, like,
the
his-
name of Hajime again. It's just he's acting like Izuru still.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It's so weird. Oh man, real Miaya is dead, dude. They really should show me some Miaya too. That's not
Please,
fair.
we need that.
It's
They
not
have
fair.
to show her.
That's the worst thing. It feels like they're just going to completely skip over the idea of the Neo program and be like, "Yeah, we don't care. It got done."
Ugh.
Yeah.
Then watch it be a part of the special.
They need to show Matsuda, Miyagi, and Fujisaki working on that whole thing.
Yes.
Dude, if I don't see Alter Ego or Chihiro, I'm going to be so upset because those are things I've wanted to see. Speaking of, like Chihiro in a flashback or Alter Ego in the present. Those are things I need to see.
I'm just going to share this picture right now.
Tell me what it is first. I'm curious.
You'll love it. It's local man saved everything.
Oh, you guys are so amazing. I'm glad people are on top of this kind of shit. Yes. This is now my computer wallpaper for the next 24 hours.
Do you want to see my new wallpaper?
I'm changing it from the despairs of last week's episode, like all of them with the Renegon.
That's pretty sick. I didn't even know you put that as your wallpaper, but this is my new wallpaper. Oh, damn, that's sexy.
Let's see what we have here. What the fuck?
Wait, where are you looking at this? Is this stuff you retweeted?
Yeah.
Yo, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Tengan makes the
Those
best.
legs. Yo, Tengan.
Look at everyone shaking with his legs open.
Monaco was like, please let go of me.
Yeah, Monica was like, no, not like this.
Oh my god, where did you find this?
People have been linking me these things on Twitter all night.
And you just had no idea what the fuck it meant. Until
They linked them to me within the last hour, to be fair.
okay.
I've retweeted all of them now because they're just so perfect.
Dude, maybe I'll toss that on the phone background, but I don't really want to look at that readily. Danganronpa. Oh my god.
I feel like titling the review that, but that'll be like spoilery-ish.
It's so spoilery. It's so spoilery. I really want to put I would have loved to put Juzo as the thumbnail, but that's also really spoilery.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing. Like, it's a complete
Naegi-
spoiler that he's even alive, even though he looked so sexy, and I want to put him as the thumbnail as well.
Naegi and Aegon, it is, man.
That's what I did. That's what I did.
That's all.
I got crazy Naegi.
Naegi and Aegon, it is. God damn. But yeah, this episode was really straightforward, though. They were very, like, getting into Munakata. I mean, Juzo's psyche.
He still wanted to kill Naegi, though.
Yeah, well, he was salty because he failed. He
I know,
fucked up.
but I'm having a conflict with him now. I don't know if to like Juzo or not.
Wait, you don't like
Love
Juzo?
Juzo.
I don't know how to feel about Juzo because I'm still mad for what he did in this pair. And seeing how he still wanted to kill Naegi, even in future now. But then he does that at the end, so I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he hated Naegi, it was like a big male pride kind of thing, and Juzo was always simple like that. So I
was
still like him.
It was part him feeling as though he failed and part like trying to follow Munakata's wishes as best he could. None of it was really prejudice or hatred towards Naegi himself.
Yeah.
Well, it really explains why in Killer he decided to make the dead body Makoto Naegi.
How do you think they reconcile that now too? If they're gonna bring Killer stuff in?
I don't think they can anymore. They don't have enough time.
There is no time. It was all
you guys
alive.
need to read the manga. It's got a link in. It didn't. We saw little glimpses of the Future Foundation. That was it.
I still think the mangaka of Killer was just like, yo, Kodaka, can I please just just make this a part of this because it's flopping right now.
Yeah. It's like literally, can you give me a shout out? Maybe I can throw in a Future Foundation member here. It'll be cool.
Kodaka's like, you know what? We'll give your own branch, man. It's cool. It's like, really? All right.
It's like, well, thank you, sir. Oh my gosh.
You want me to really help you? We'll put on an advert every episode between the episode. It'll be amazing.
It's like, can I use Monokuma? Sure. Go for it.
Oh, and Kevin, the reason Juzo cut his arm off was so that the potion wouldn't put him to sleep.
Yeah.
He wanted to stay awake and find out who the attacker was, and then it was
So
useless because it was suicide.
You know,
So
Yeah.
savage.
I saw people angry saying, why did Kigiri not do that? When did Kigiri cut her arm off?
The
Like,
only other person
She's
I would
not
have seen
crazy.
doing that is Munakata, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Munakata was despair-filled, I saw it coming, but Jesus, Juzo, man.
or also they were saying, why did Kigiri not check out the fake exit room? Because the power was there or something. Like
The power room wasn't in there.
Yeah, it was. It was tucked away. That's why only SAKAKURA was able to turn the power off. Munakata knew where it was, but like nobody else did. It was only SAKAKURA and Munakata.
I'm gonna go back and look at that right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the first time you see that power room is after he opens the door and he gets pissed and like punches the wall. I remember him looking at that room and thinking, "Why was that?"
Yeah, no,
important?"
I'm
And then he
watching.
just walks
Yeah, I'm
off.
watching him crawl in there from that room right now.
Yeah.
You know, it really was an exit if you really think about it. Because you get out of
It
the
was a
game.
way out of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, no, really.
The secret
So
exit was just to turn the
Ryota probably would
power
have
off.
died regardless if they opened that up.
No, because if they turned that off, then just by pressing the last button, bang, her bangle would have flown off before she died.
So yeah.
But what do you think would have happened first, though?
I mean, yeah, because it wasn't really an exit until the power shut down, and once the power
No,
shut
it's an
down,
exit once you find the power room, though.
But you need to investigate
It's
like
not
they
when
do.
you find the power room though, because nobody left the game. I mean, her thing was anybody leaving the game area. They're still in the game area when they were in
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so
When
technically
they
they're still in
throw
the
the
game
final
area
switch,
regardless.
the
Then,
bangle flies
if
off.
you're gonna be technical about it like that, that means that even shutting the power off doesn't technically constitute leaving the game.
No, because it gets turned off.
It just turns off the bangle, so that's how she avoids it. But like, if the power was still on, it's weird. It's a weird way to look
It's
at
a
it. but
weird game. Because
technically, leaving the game area, turning the power off does not constitute that. The only reason it's subverted is because the power is off, so it can't take effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole game was set up to be pretty much unwinnable. Do you really think
Yeah.
about it?
The way
a
Tengan
weird game.
manipulated it too is
Yeah.
fucked up. You can't be doing shit like that.
I mean, it was winnable. If Tengan really wanted it unwinnable, literally all he had to do was kill Kyoko any of the times that they were together.
Yeah, but that
He
would be
knew he
cheating.
was the ultimate detective.
But I don't think he want to cheat.
That's what I mean, though. It was definitely winnable. It's definitely not like he wanted everyone to die. I think he wanted some survivors. He just wanted to put them through a trial kind of thing.
Kyoko saw that shade, though.
Yeah.
And he knew that Kyoko saw that shade, and neither of them really did anything at that moment, so...
Yeah.
Here's my thing. How long did Kyoko have that fucking information? Because she had that information the whole time before she went to sleep. She could have told them all right the fuck there what was going on, and they could have just like made sure that none of them in the room would die. If
But that's the thing. If you think about who she was with more than anyone, Ryota was part of it. Maybe she couldn't discern how deep Ryota was in on it.
Okay. Do you think she left it? Oh, so that
because like the way she
make it work no matter what.
She's basically entrusted everything to Nagi, but like the way you remember, like when she was talking to Ryota, like the way she made it seem was like you knew she was wary of him, but she didn't know how wary to be around him. So it's like our thought process right now, where we're like, personally, I don't think he's full despair. He's being manipulated, but he's still involved. So you don't know what you can say in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he said, "Oh, it was Junko," like it could just mean the idea that Junko made the suicide tape, or it could mean that he's got like a split personality kind of thing now. Maybe because Junko let him run away and said that was his despair, maybe he's got it in his head that he's got like a split personality where he turns into Junko every now and then.
That would be amazing. After his baptism in the water, bathing in the waters of Junko.
Yeah, crawling out of the mud, face planting in the mud.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes when he looks at his reflection, he sees Junko.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta get going now.
Okay, later, Sloan.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Do you think the mass suicide will be brutal or quick? It's gonna be brutal.
It better be brutal.
Brutal as fuck.
After Chiaki, it better be brutal.
Yeah, I mean, it won't just be like little quick suicides. It will be like kids bashing their head against
Blood,
the ground.
a rain of blood. I want to see.
Higurashi style clawing into their own neck kind of thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, but that's how it needs to be for real, though.
And Junko dancing in the blood and everything.
Yeah, just kind of. Well, she should be. She should be back from Ryoko at that point.
Yeah.
God.
Personally, one of my favorite scenes in all of Zetsubou is her with the tokens. Shit was amazing.
Well,
you know how many
celebrating off the Chiaki.
Yeah, like, and you know how much that wrecked me, but I still like. That's the thing. So many people just despise Junko now, but I still like. That's you knew what you were getting into with the character when you started this whole thing. That's how she's always
Junko
been.
in Danganronpa 1. Yeah, she was always that insane. That's why the only opinion that changed for me was Mukuro, because you never really saw how insane she was unless you read Danganronpa If, and even then, she was still a good guy in Danganronpa If.
There were some people angry that Mukuro was not in the flashback. In the
Which
whole
flashback?
The Naegi Despair Nightmare.
Oh yeah. I mean, Junko wasn't in there either, though.
Yeah, but they never interacted with Junko like in the school itself, you know.
Yeah.
In the game, you do free time events with Mukuro and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess it's because Mukuro really has no connection to Naegi himself.
yeah, and she's evil, so.
Yeah.
I would like to see her like dress as Junko, but with the whole spears and stuff.
Oh man, that's so sad. Actually, the fact that Mukuro was so in love with Naegi, and Naegi didn't even care enough about her to have a flashback about her.
Dude, doesn't that make you feel a little bad for her, man?
Yeah, I mean, I always felt kind of bad for her because she only really went against Junko for Naegi and got fucked for it. But man.
Well, at least we got to see Sayaka. I mean, Naegi still remembers her a lot, it seems.
Wait, who was it? Was it you or Sloan that was like, yo, which one does he like more or something?
I didn't say which one does he like more. I said, which waifu are you going to cry over more now?
It's a very similar. You know, he doesn't give a shit about Maizo at this point, man.
They appeared pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
It's important. All right, fine. It's important to Naegi. To me, And my perspective,
No, I get you, because
as
I know what you mean, but we never saw the screen time when they were kids as well. Like, remember, they were childhood friends for how long? So he actually knew Sayaka longer than
even still,
Kirigiri.
even still, it's just the amount of time I spent playing that game and not seeing Mizuno in it at all.
Oh yeah, because she died on chapter 1. Oh, I found one more picture for you guys.
Please tell me it's better than the last one.
Oh man, it's still funny. It's not as sexy.
Oh, this is just dope.
Yeah,
I just really like this. Is the art is amazing in it too.
Yeah, it's a nice art.
we should have known he was going to lose an arm because they both had those green coats. Man.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he was still alive. Maybe he put the Chisa arm in there.
Maybe you could go full like. God damn.
Oh, dude. I can never unsee that Tengan image though. It's really messing with me right now. God damn.
And yes, the element of pizza. Thank you for linking that to me. That was awesome.
So before we start wrapping up, any like new theories you guys want to throw out? Or are you guys all done theory crafting at this point?
I'm gonna say this. I'm thinking somehow, in some form, Chiaki going to show up by the ending.
Really?
Yes, I'm locking that one down. I feel like it's pointing out to something like that. I don't know if it's going to be AI Chiaki or whatever, but that's why I'm thinking. There has to be a reason Izuru is going there. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Tengan alone. I think there is more to that. And maybe we're going to find out this Thursday.
I hope they set it up this Thursday. That's the thing for me is that as far as Izuru is concerned, I love the theories that have been positioned after the events of last Zetsubou episode. I also think even with him taking the ships, like Izuru knows everything that's happening right now. That's just how it is in my mind. So if it really all goes and traces back to Tengan and my thoughts about Tengan being the original Izuru are true, it's going to be really interesting to see how it reconciles itself. But I'm done theory crafting about the series in general because I've been like 1 in 5 or some crazy shit like that, abandoning theories out here. So I'm just gonna see what happens for these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just not one of those series where like theory crafting works because Kodaka just reveals what he wants when he wants.
Kodaka's a bad. I love you, Kodaka, but I know that you see the shit that people say and then you're like, haha, fuck you. And that's how you make it work.
I think originally the remnants of hope theory was true, and he was like, "No, fuck this guy, Jin."
Like, fuck it.
Let me just change it just a little bit.
No. We're getting rid of this. Scrap it.
And the Aoi Asahina thing was probably true as well, but then that video came out on Nico, and he was like, "Nope, fine, scrapping that too." Come at me, fanboys.
Maybe that's why he also did the same for the Cure W for
yeah, Cure W. That's the thing. That freaking pill bottle bouncing
No,
on
that
the floor.
has to come into play. That
I know
has
it
to-
wasn't in her notebook.
it
Apparently,
was just
How crazy is that?
garbage. It was just garbage from the food that we're eating.
No.
Nothing. If nothing else, man, like, they must have put that in there specifically knowing people would see it and be like, QW, oh my god!
If he's trolling with that, I'm gonna be so fucking upset, dude. I'm gonna be so mad. I don't know, see, that's the thing. That's he just like, yo, this is what we're doing now, and everyone at Lurch is like, all right, just do it.
Yeah, I like this idea. Everybody's saying in the chat, it's like, that's why he's causing the delays. He's changing things as it goes. That's why Lurch can't keep up.
No, but if that were true, the Raws would have come out and it wouldn't air. It's
Oh, no,
just
they can still get like the episode done on time. Like they've got a few days to do that still. It's just like we can't get it to Funimation on time. It's okay.
No, literally the delays. I think people are misconstruing the delays and they don't understand what's actually happening. The delays have nothing to do with Funimation. I think Funimation is being stupid and being like, oh, we have to use a legit source in order to upload it. But
yeah, they should have reworked their thing, their contract. Yeah, as soon as that started happening, they should have been like, no, this has been 2 or 3 times in a row now. We need to just get it as soon as we can get it, kind of thing.
It's nonsense, man.
Yeah.
But All right. Any last thoughts? All I have to say is Juzo for the motherfucking win. Juzo is one of my favorite male characters of 2016. Period. And I hope he rests in peace. And fuck Tengan. I knew the bastard was shady. I can't believe I was like, you know what? He's a good man. I can't believe those words left my mouth because I feel stupid now.
I don't want to hate Tengan yet. I want to see if he really is him. I still thinking maybe this is another fake out or some trap.
And maybe he really did do it for hope.
If it is, then I'm going to feel even worse by taking back my.
Okay, here's my final theory to throw out. What if Mirai was the one that was actually using Tengan? I mean, the reason there's so much shade on Tengan now is because of the idea that he is the only other person that could mess around with the monitors.
Right.
What if Ryota really is like
the mastermind
at this point? Yeah, has like his memory broken kind of thing where when he is Ryota, he's still scared and shitless and everything. Yeah. But he's had that mental disorder where he's got the split personality. And so maybe that split personality broke Tengan down.
That would be cool, actually.
That would be crazy. That's the thing, though. If that's the case, I just need to see like a crazy ass Ryota because for him to bring Tengan to his knees, it needs to be something like so twisted and warped that I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this?
He used the anime on Tengan.
I am legit imagining, like, you know how much he looks like, what's his name? Chihiro. Imagine he straight up gets out the Junko fucking dress and cross dresses.
Oh my god!
What?
Like I am imagining that level of insanity. Maybe that's
that image makes me believe that Monaco is like, I'm not sticking around for this fuck shit. I'm gone.
Monaco was just like, wow, this is fucked up right here. Read Trash's comments. What?
What comment?
I don't see anyone named Trash in the comments. Yeah.
Me either. Wait, the biggest piece of trash. Should they learn the truth?
On V3.
What?
But that was just about nothing on V3.
Oh, I think he means new theory on V3. Just the idea of they're going to delay the game.
Oh no.
Maybe V3 is the last episode, and we see that.
Yeah.
V3 the last episode.
Just all the same characters in this.
I'm really liking the Ryota and Ashima kind of thing now. I really want to see it.
Can somebody make a fan art that wipes away the Tengan image from my mind? Because that's disturbing as fuck. Let's just get a Ryota one going. Nice.
Yeah, at least the Ryota one would be kind of possible.
Yeah, I mean Ryota has trap vibes. You know, I can see it.
You'll get the Ryota one with Mikan.
If Mikan's in it, we're good to go.
We're using her as a mousepad.
The foreshadowing, of Mikan being given to him, and then him like being part Junko, who she loves. Oh shit!
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
maybe Mikan and Nagito are over there or something. They both wake up after dying the game.
Oh man.
Okay,
maybe it was Ryota who went back to have sex with Junko's body as well.
Just smash these hashtag local man saves everything. Hashtag Ryota and Ashima. Hashtag Danganronpa. Those are the
Danganronpa is the best.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sure. Valma, did you make your review yet? No, right?
No, I'm recording the lines at this moment.
Okay, cool. So I'm sure Ku and Valwin will bring even more new insight into the reviews. But for now, we're going to end this one here. As always, I'm not doing shit else because I'm still trying to process this and I'm still looking at this Tengan image and it's fucking with my mind. So we're just going to end this here, guys.
Yeah. That is the animation that is going to drive you to despair, son.
I'm going to start like having thoughts of killing myself because I'm looking at old men in skirts. You know what? Just smash that like button if you enjoyed. Throw one of those hashtags in the comments, and I'll be okay. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, same here.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming through. We're out. Peace.
Later.